welcome to Long Beach, California. We are live at Veterans Memorial Stadium, ready for tonight's NISA soccer matchup between the home team, Los Angeles Force, and the visitors, Irvine Zeta. Ardif Dakari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via Goal Media. Dennis, we're ready for a good matchup here. But of course, when talking about the home team, LA Force, I think they've got a chip on their shoulder. They've obviously got to do something to change things up because of what happened in their previous match at home.
Yeah, scoring a goal is mandatory. Key number one. They did not score last week against Capo FC. First shutout in quite some time. And it's going to be an uphill battle here against Zeta. Zeta's quality club, and they gave them trouble in the season opener. It was 2-2. And so it's going to not be an easy task tonight for Los Angeles Force.
And for the other keys as well, got to be physical in the middle third, discipline in the back. I think when we look back at the game last week against Capo FC, the 2-0 defeat, there were some problems in the back, especially that first goal. And also, though, and you talking about their midfield, got to be more aggressive, got to be more physical. They've got to really set the tone in the middle third of the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to be able to connect and find a way forward. Last week, it was difficult for them to find scoring opportunities, and it's because they got bogged down in midfield. They have to find a way through this week against Zeta. They scored 2 in the season opener, but they came both from substitutes in the second half. So the first half crew here for Los Angeles Force, the starting lineup, has to find a way to break through and score some goals. And I think that starts with the positioning and attitude of Michael Zalazar up top.
With LA Force coming off a 2-0 defeat, let's talk about Irvine Zeta. They're coming off a 4-0 victory over Arizona Monsoon. They've got to be feeling very good. Obviously, they're feeling very good and confident. They're coming off a victory, but a victory where they obviously took care of business. So it's something's got to give. Irvine Zeta in a good mood. LA Force, they know they got to bounce back. They have no choice, and they're at home. They've got to protect their home field.
Yeah, Irvine Zeta's got to be full of confidence tonight, right? Coming off that 4-0 victory against Arizona Monsoon. Monsoon, of course, have had some struggles early this season, scoring goals and also defending. But for Zeta, that means good things. Right now for Los Angeles Force, they have to find a way to find some confidence, find a way to break through, and they've got some changes tonight in midfield as well in the starting lineup.
And both teams making their way out onto the pitch. And this is a game that both the fans of both teams have got to be looking forward to. You got no choice but to always look back at that previous meeting. Wasn't too long ago, but like you said, Irvine Zeta had a 2-0 lead. They probably thought they had that game in the bag. Instead, they left with a disappointing point. And, of course, on that point, we'll get back to it. But first, got to, be silent and ready for the playing of our national anthem.
At this time, please rise if you're able. Remove your caps as we honor America and the men and women serving at home and overseas with the playing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
are moments away from the start of the match between Los Angeles Force and Irvine Zeta. Both teams are ready. LA Force will be wearing their traditional black kits. And of course, we're eager to see the starting lineup for both teams. Will we see any changes? Those are always the questions that the fans have going into a match. Will it be the same from the week before? Will there be a few changes? We're finding it out right now. And some notable changes for the LA Force, some changes in the back and also in midfield as well. Clearly, head coach, player manager Dekel Kainen wanted to make some changes.
Yep, Dex will pair up with Garrett Hogman in center defense. He's listed a forward here. He's listed on as a forward on the official NISA roster. But he plays as the center back most of the time for this team if Garrett Hogman's not in the lineup. And so it'll be interesting to see him and how he pairs with Garrett tonight. Eric Villatoro's back in the lineup. And a new addition to the LA Force, Junior Ahmed Shaibu, joins the team. He played last season for Michigan Stars. And this will be his first appearance now for LA Force. Also some changes in midfield. Jose Cartagena slots into that number 10 position in behind Michael Salazar. He will be the pivot point for this offense tonight. And it's a far more offensive looking setup for LA Force as well. But they continue to use that three up top. Joel Quist up on the left, Michael Salazar as the tip of the spear, and Mohamed War up on the right-hand side, and they're trying to utilize that speed with Joel Quist and Mohamed War on the right side.
And now taking a look at Irvine Zeta, doesn't appear to be many changes from their win last week. Actually, the only change is Christian Fernandez is in the starting lineup tonight. Everyone else, starters against Arizona Monsoon, that 4-0 win. And the notable player, number 33, Alex Colwell, former member of the LA Force. I think he's going to be motivated to put on a good performance tonight.
That's right. Colwell played for the Force the last 2 seasons. Zeta anchored in the back by Mitch North, one of the top goalkeepers in this league right now. And interesting to see as well, Joseph Chiocheta, I think that's how you pronounce him, formerly of Temecula FC. He's making the jump up into the professional ranks. It'll be good to see him play at this level, and also interesting to see how he performs.
Yeah, and to add to that, Joey Ciocheto has actually also been capped before for the national team of Guam. So he not only does he have experience at the professional level, amateur, semi-pro, but he has international experience as well. And of course, that's that is very good experience. But Guam, though, being in the Asian Football Confederation, have faced some very, very difficult opponents before. That's for sure.
Joey kind of hits both of our sweet spots. He's an inland area player, which is for me right there, and then he's in the Asian Football Cup, which Art is a specialist in. So we know quite a bit about this player.
The fans are ready. Players on both teams are ready. And last week, let's not forget, LA Force did not get off to a good start. I mean, ironically, it looked like they were getting off to a good start, being aggressive, pushing the ball forward, even getting an attempt on goal. But then it was just like that, a minute later, conceding a goal. And I don't want to say it set the tone for the night, but in some ways, sometimes those early goals do.
That's right. Yeah, Force came right down, shot by Salazar just over the crossbar. And then Capo came straight back down the field and scored a goal within the first 2 minutes. And that was pretty much it.
And we are underway. This match between the LA Force and Irvine Zeta. And as we begin, proud to announce Zara as the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, the National Independent Soccer Association. The ball went out of bounds. Throw in for the LA Force. Be very interesting to see how things start. Will we see LA Force's playmakers, especially their attackers, namely like you said earlier, Mohamed War, Joel Quist, are they going to be able to create some opportunities? And also, will we see Michael Salazar get his name on the score sheet as well? He actually had a goal disallowed last week. At one time, we thought it was the equalizer, but that flag came up, and no, we're not about to talk about VAR.
3 matches so far for Force, though. 0 goals for Salazar. That's got to be tough for their big money player up top.
And looking at the personnel on the pitch, one of the changes, of course, at the left back position tonight, Ahmed Shaibu Eric Villatoro's playing as the right back. And of course, the two center backs, Dekel Kainen, Garrett Hogbin. Justin Jovel, of course, will be busy, as always, playing in his traditional defensive midfield role. And that pass attempted for Joe Quist, little off. But of course, Ahmed Shaibu, making his first appearance, might be a little off with his timing, but he'll readjust. And here's a cross already, and it's a goal, not just a cross. What a beauty from Joel Quist in the second minute. You've got to be kidding me.
Can I say goal for Joe Quist? That was a beauty, a golazo. I don't know if we've seen a goal of that quality quite this season yet. A fantastic goal, and I think that's what we've been waiting for.
When looking back at it, I was talking about cross, but wow, that one was just perfect. It was not a cross. It was going on. It was a shot on goal, off the far post and into the net. Mitch North cannot believe it. I think he probably still is stunned.
Mitch North in decent position, may or not had his fingertips on that, but it sails inside, just inside that far post. And LA Force with a lead now here inside the first 2 minutes. I'm a little stunned.
A perfect start for the men in black. Could not have asked for anything better. Now the question here is, how will LA Force respond? And also, how will Irvine Zeta respond? They're down 1-0. I can't see them getting rattled this early. But for the LA Force, this is just perfect for their confidence. Of course, this should, with a lot of soccer left to be played, but just starting one thing at a time. Excellent start, of course, for LA Force. They've got to be feeling great right now.
Well, it gives you such a confidence boost to have a lead early in the match. You feel free to settle in, take some touches, right? Be able to move the ball around, get your teammates involved. All of a sudden, you feel like it's a team game.
Now Ahmed Shaibu pushing up a bit. And that time was Greg Stratton stepping up. One of the center backs tonight. This game, we still have that feeling. This match just started. Still want to talk about, the players in the starting lineup for Irvine Zeta, but we were not able to. We got to blame Joel Quist for that. But hey, that's a good problem. That's a very good problem for the LA Force and for us.
Yeah, we love goals here. I think everybody knows that from listening and watching us by now.
Andrew Klashevsky taking the throw in. Quickly finds Edson Alvarado, trying to switch the field, but his attempted pass goes straight to Muhammad War, unable to maintain possession. Sent up the pitch by Noah Egan. Irvine Zeta have not really had a lot of possession early on. And yes, that's not surprising considering it's already 1-0. Mitch North having to come up off his line. Wisely lets it bounce, picks it up.
An ideal start for LA Force. This is the kind of start that they were hoping for with these kind of free agent moves that they made this season. Score early, score often, be dominant.
The two center backs will be busy tonight. Those two center backs for Irvine, Noah Egan and Alex Colwell. The long clearance, looking for Christian Fernandez, and he is able to hold possession. But now here's a shot from outside. Seth Torman forced to make a save early on. It will be a corner kick, first one of the night. It goes to Irvine Zeta.
Very
Let's look
nice
at the
save.
replay.
Very nice save from Seth Torman. It's a good take from outside.
Very nice shot from outside. Seth Torman, of course, has to be aware. Your team starts off with an early lead. Doesn't mean everything's perfect. Now here comes a corner kick. Sent out of bounds. That time by Josue Cartagena.
Well defended there by Force. They had two players tucked at the near post.
And of course, I have no choice but to say it now. And to be honest, I forgot about saying it earlier. I should have said it right when this happened. But today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Right now, the Force is strong. They've got a 1-0 lead. That goal scored by Joel Quist in the second minute of play.
What a goal.
I think that, Star Wars Day might have something to do with it. I'm just going to, that's what I'm going to say right now. I might have to talk about this later. We'll see. But now here's Christian Fernandez going up against Garrett Hogbin. Cartagena comes back to provide some help, and he actually ends up drawing some contact. Free kick for the LA Force. Got to like that effort from Josue Cartagena.
Yeah, coming all the way back to win the ball. Back to Quist's goal. It was a little bit of an airbender, I thought. But, yeah, I think you're right. There's definitely something in the air tonight, right? Some alchemy.
Seth Torman, of course, taking his time. And that ball takes a bounce. There was some contact. I want to say it also went over the head of Joey Ciochetto. Now the flick header as well from Joe Queese, the goal scorer. Played to the outside to Stratton, looking for some space. Cuts it back instead. Actually, it's Andrew Klishevsky. Now that pass from Ciochetto taken away early on. Looks like we're seeing Irvine Zeta having a little bit of trouble maintaining possession. And of course, they're going to want to decrease the giveaways in the middle third of the pitch. But I think so far we are seeing LA Force being physical in the middle third, one of the keys we talked about earlier.
Zeta having some trouble maintaining possession right now because of that pressure.
Edson Alvarado plays it back to Alex Colwell. That's Noah Egan. Once again looking for Edson Alvarado. Now nice job stepping up. That's Josue España. Cartagena playing it back towards Villatoro. Irvine Zeta applying some pressure early on. They always want to put some pressure on LA Force as much as they can, and it actually does pay off there as Torman's clearance went straight to Alvarado. Here comes Irvine. Ciochetto. Now switching the field. It's Stratton.
Stratton had a goal in the season opener.
And Salazar doing a good job getting in the right place to break up that pass. Was unable to win possession for the Force. But either way, LA Force being aggressive early on. Egan did not have much of an option. Chose to play it back to Mitch North. Mitch North wanting to play it long. Looking for Marcel Salceda. Just went a little too far. I think we can expect to see Irvine Zeta try to test out LA Force with different strategies, whether it's going to be the long ball, where they're going to play it, whether they're going to attack from the flanks. Look for them to change up their strategy as this match goes on. Long high ball intended for Joe Queest. Instead it goes to Andrew Klishevsky. And Klishevsky's pass. Looking for Jonathan Estrada. Not heard his name called too many times tonight. Estrada did take some contact there. Justin Jovel able to maintain possession. Still Jovel. And his pass broken up that time by Shinya Kodono. And early on, easy to say this, a lot of time left, but Shinya Kodono, we've not really called his name too much so far.
Yeah, he's playing out on that touch line so far tonight for Zeta. We had a few moments in the game where he's gotten some touches so far.
And LA Force able to take possession. Joel Queese, the goal scorer. Will he try and cross it again with his left? I think the Irvine Zeta players will be very aware of that from here on out. Salazar playing it back to Ahmed Shaibu. Now to Justin Jovel. Over to the right back, Eric Villatoro. Found Mohamed War, back to Villatoro. Cartagena, back to Hogbin. LA Force doing a good job early on maintaining possession. They look confident, they look determined, and they have a 1-0 lead. We played 10 minutes. Ardif Takari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play for this NISA soccer match between the LA Force and Irvine Zeta. Kodono did get a touch, but right now, for pretty much so far in this whole match, it's been mostly LA Force. They do have the 1-0 lead. I think we're kind of expecting Irvine Zeta to try and slow down the game a little bit. Alex Colwell. To Greg Stratton. And back to Colwell. Now Noah Egan, and a dangerous pass, that one going off the chest, or basically off the body of Michael Salazar, that was a dangerous one, that's for sure.
If you remember in week 1, both the goals came from defenders for Zeta. So it wasn't necessarily their midfield or attackers that produced the highlights.
Trying to chip that one perhaps over the top a little bit. Christian Fernandez. Just looks like he just does not have a lot of room. And we are seeing these LA Force players being more aggressive. And that's not a surprise. They played hard last week against Capo FC, but they had trouble finding those final touches. Also, midfield was not as sharp as what we've seen so far. And Jonathan Estrada now will try and win a corner kick. And that's exactly what he was able to do. And from here, it appears as if Ahmed Shaibu is kind of disagreeing with the official about what took place.
I like Shaibu's presence so far out on the left. Oh, short corner.
Now it's Edson Alvarado. Was that a shot on goal? That one did go a little bit over the bar. They hit the crossbar, but of course, the crossbar for, the wrong crossbar, of course, means that it was already out of bounds.
Football Americano.
But even had that been American football, that field goal still would not be good.
Correct. They call that a doink these days.
Dekelkainen, his pass going straight to Joey Ciocchetto. Now to the outside, Fernandez attempting to cross it, wins another corner kick.
Good defense coming back from España.
Another corner kick for Irvine Zeta.
Two players again there at the near post.
Not playing it short this time, and nothing coming from that corner kick. And that one looks like it was taken by Edson Alvarado.
Seth Torman in the all-orange pumpkin kit, as it were.
The goal kick is taken. Looks like it went off the head of Salceda. Now it's España playing it to the outside to Mohamed War. Villatoro looking for an option. He does find Michael Salazar. And that is a good ball. Looking to cross it. That one going straight to Mitch North.
Force staying aggressive, though. Trying to find ways to keep Huist involved.
Now it's Andrew Klashevsky with plenty of speed, lots of room. Plays it to the outside to Shinya Kadono. The cross, not able to corral it. We'll see a goal. Great defensive play to keep that one out.
Way to step to the ball there from, I think that was Hogben. There last minute. Yep.
Huge play from Garrett Hogben. Now floated into the penalty area looking for Kadono. I don't think Kadono will win that battle with Ahmed Shaibu. Now here comes Justin Jovel trying to start this counter-attack. He's actually whistled for the foul, the contact he made on Andrew Klashevsky. But yes, looking back at that play, excellent play from Garrett Hogben. That was a really good opportunity for Irvine Zeta to find the equalizer. And LA Force maintaining its 1-0 lead. But we are seeing Irvine Zeta picking up the play definitely a little bit more.
Now that was far better, and they let Klashevsky, right, with a long run, long dribble into the attacking third. You can't allow that.
Not able to maintain possession, trying to take a shot from outside, blocked.
Again by Hogben.
Now Alvarado was looking for Kadono. Ahmed Shaibu, was he gonna let it go out of bounds? He might have gotten a touch at the last moment. Now his clearance went straight to Klashevsky, now finally cleared. But can this long ball be a problem? Mohamed War, is he gonna win that battle against Noah Egan? He did draw some contact, and now trying to get the restart going very quickly. Noah Egan not allowing those 10 yards, he's got to be careful. I don't think he wants to get himself in the book this early, or at all for that matter.
Or trying to use his body. Just not strong enough. But he did earn the foul.
Well, free kick for the LA Force. Looks like it will be taken by Josue Cartagena.
Lime green Nike Venoms there.
Kind of far from the penalty area. Will he float this one to the right place? Actually went right off the head of Alvarado. Jovel keeping it alive. Irvine Zeta, of course, will want to clear their lines, but now taken away by Klashevsky. No handball, of course. Able to find Kadono. But Kadono did not have his footing really in the best way. Trying to keep this attack going, though, but there was a whistle and a foul. Will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta in a pretty good position on the pitch.
Zeta just finding a way to continue to play up the field. May have benefited from a couple of non-calls along the way. One right there, perhaps.
It looks like that time it was Jonathan Estrada who was brought down. Now the question is, who will take the free kick? Will it be Estrada or will it be Alvarado?
It's like Alvarado's lining it up.
And at these positions, this is where these free kicks can be dangerous because you float the ball in the right place and you have players jump up, like pretending they're going to jump up to head the ball, and the ball could just find its way into the net. At that time, it's like it went right off the head of Ahmed Shaibu. Back to Alvarado. Will he be able to take a shot? He does, but does not come very close to that near post.
Yeah, on the free kick, the angle of his attempt a little too sharp, easily defended. What you want to do is float it into the penalty spot, and that puts the goalkeeper in no man's land, having them make a decision whether or not to come out and try and punch the ball, touch the ball, or stay home, right, try and defend a potential shot. It's a difficult position to be in as a goalkeeper.
Absolutely, and you know, when you look back at when you think about those exact moments, it's very easy for the soccer fans to be talking, to be criticizing and getting upset, saying, why didn't he do this or why didn't that happen? And you mentioned it, no man's land. When the ball is placed in that right spot, it's tough. You take a chance, you might end up allowing a goal. But now here come the Force trying to extend the lead, almost able to find Salazar. He was in the right place, ready to wind up. And now it is España.
Well defended there by Zeta.
Unable to get past Noah Egan.
Yeah, that ball back to the penalty spot, just a half step, a half second behind.
And Greg Stratton playing it back to Colwell. Now to North. To Egan. Estrada. Having trouble maintaining possession. Luckily, Joey Ciochetto able to come to the rescue. And his clearance going straight off the head of Kainen. Justin Jovel. Great awareness. And able to find Mohamed War with a very nice move. Can he find some more space? He still has it. Can he get a shot off? Finally knocked away by Egan. Jovel up in that 50-50 battle with Edson Alvarado. Alvarado maintaining possession. He's got to do something with it. And he does find Shinya Kadono, but great work from Michael Salazar.
Yeah, great work by Salazar tracking back there. Love to see that out of your number 9. Like to see goals out of him as well, but playing the defensive role is second most paramount for that first defender, right, as the number 9.
Andrew Klashevsky moving around a lot in midfield. The looks that Irvine Zeta are giving us, has you questioning, second guessing sometimes. You're saying things, you're asking, are they playing with 4 in the back? Are they playing with 3 in the back?
They're kind of running a double pivot right now with the 2 defensive mids.
Now it's Edson Alvarado with a nice move. Perhaps some might say maybe holding onto the ball a little long. Now Shinya Kadono did not have much space at all. Nice play from Ahmed Shaibu. And I think when looking back at what took place last week for the LA Force, I think going into this match, they really wanted to have some more of that aggressive play from their wingbacks. I think we're seeing that a lot as well from Ahmed Shaibu.
That's a new player into this, setup for LA Force, and he's brought a lot of physicality, a lot of energy tonight.
Now it's an Alvarado. And that ball going straight to Seth Torman, but he was obviously looking for Christian Fernandez. And some interesting stats on Christian Fernandez. He's a citizen of Colombia and Venezuela. Previously,
got that dual citizenship.
Yeah, previously had stints with Deportivo Lara in Venezuela and Real Cartagena in Colombia. Now it's Klashevsky to Edson Alvarado. He's wanting to switch the field, but that was read very easily by Eric Villatoro as he found España. Back to Villatoro, broken up. Estrada trying to find Salceda, but good work, of course, from Garrett Hogbin. Sends it up the pitch looking for Salazar. Definitely being physical. I want to say won that battle with Alex Colwell, but instead he was actually called whistle for the foul.
Is it a foul? Some handling there? Hard to tell. The referee was quick to call it, though, and it was against Salazar, whatever it was.
Ball back in the play. As we mentioned earlier, LA Force off to a perfect start with a 1-0 lead. Game has settled down a little bit. Now we're seeing perhaps a long chip. This could be a good one to Mohamed War. Can he settle it down and cut it back? He does win a corner kick. Went off the foot of Noah Egan.
Great play to switch fields there by Joel Queist. That's, I think, ideally what LA Force is looking for. Is those two attacking wings to get involved, to get activated, and to run opponents off the field, quite frankly.
No, they played this one short. Or they want to whip this one into the penalty area. Seems to be a little bit of a discussion going on. They do play it short. But the flag coming up for offside. Gotta like that discipline. Gotta like that disciplined play from the back line of Irvine Zeta. And while we have this quick opportunity for the latest scores, stats, standings, and news, visit nisasoccer.com. You want to talk about, there's always those times you talk about a wasted free kick or a wasted set piece, even a wasted corner kick. That definitely was one of them for the LA Force. Now España able to win possession to Salazar. Now Cartagena. Some good touches going on here. Will we see a shot from Salazar? Here's another one. Very nearly going in. And that was a nice save from Mitch North. He did get a piece of it. It looks like that shot, I want to say, was taken by España.
That was definitely going underneath the crossbar had not been for Mitch North's fingertips. A tremendous save there by Mitch North.
So close to being 2-0. The corner kick will be taken by Cartagena. Goes off the head of Noah Egan. Some contact. Whistle obviously blown. It's one of those that's a dangerous situation. And yes, the yellow card was handed out. You look back at the replay. I think you say that was the obvious correct decision.
Hard foul from España there. Zeta player still down.
Of Los Angeles Force. España.
That was Shinya Kodono.
Yeah, there definitely was some hard contact that he took in the air.
It's the pride of Nisa. Espana just fouled.
So Josue Espana gets himself in the book. Off the head of Justin Jovel, but he was whistled for the push from behind. A touch from Christian Fernandez. Edson Alvarado had it for a moment. The whistle's blown once again for some contact. Will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta. But the fact is, we have been seeing LA Force being physical, their midfielders especially, really wanting to set the tone.
Back-to-back fouls against Espana, though.
And he's got to, yeah, you're right, he's got to be careful. And of course, I don't think he was going to get a second yellow for what just took place, but he's playing with a yellow card, so he's got to be cautious at times. And Andrew Klashevsky. Alex Colwell now to Cadono. Cadono's quick touch, he was looking for Estrada. And straight to Dekel Kainen. Sent up the pitch by Torman. Now Michael Salazar doing a great job falling back and getting the ball to Espana. He was looking for war. He was broken up by Egan. Klashevsky once again unable to keep possession. Went straight to Hogbin. Hogbin able to find War. Did not have a lot of room on the far touch line. And it will be a throw in for Irvine Zeta, and the entire LA Force bench not happy with that call.
It was part and parcel for the game.
Of course, can't make everyone happy. It's virtually impossible to, from the standpoint of the officials, almost impossible to call a perfect game. Approaching the half-hour mark, LA Force with a 1-0 lead over Irvine Zeta. We are live from Veterans Memorial Stadium in beautiful Long Beach, California. A good night for some NISA soccer action.
A little socked in here tonight. A little overcast, cooler temps. But visibility is good. And we haven't seen any rain yet, so.
And of course, from where we are, the visibility has got to be good. The touch from Espana. Mohamed War switches the field nicely and finds Ahmed Shaibu. Justin Jovel gets it back to Dekel Kainen, the player manager. And Garrett Hogbin. Mohamed War. And Cartagena. LA Force content maintaining possession, holding possession. Now Kainen's pass going straight to Stratton. Noah Egan finding Klashevsky. Now Alex Colwell. And Alex Colwell, not only was he a longtime member of the LA Force, also had a stint with the Las Vegas Lights in the USL Championship. Greg Stratton with some room. He was able to find Edson Alvarado with a nice turn. And his pass did take a deflection, but did find its way to Christian Fernandez. Salceda to Fernandez. Unable to maintain possession. Espana to Mohamed War. Cleared by Villatoro. Chested down nicely by Michael Salazar. And trying to get that attack going. Fanning on that attempted pass was Justin Jovel.
A little bit of a swing and a miss.
Still Shinya Kodono. He's very dangerous if you give him the opportunities, you give him the space. He's not really had a lot of space tonight. He's not had a lot of opportunities, but he's that kind of player where it could be a rough night, it could be a rough go, but then he could just change everything very quickly when he gets that space and he gets that opportunity.
All he needs is a yard of space to create an opportunity. Whip a cross in, find space for a shot on top of the 18. But it looks like Force tonight have him targeted pretty well.
A long clearance from Seth Torman. Looks like it was a 50-50 situation between Michael Salazar and Alex Colwell. And it was Salazar whistled for the foul. As those fouls, you've got to be very careful, especially if there's that suspected contact towards the face. You got to keep those arms down.
And that's a fine line between keeping your balance and popping an elbow up into somebody's nose.
Estrada. I want to say he was looking for Salceda. Just sent that one a little too far.
Zeta still unbeaten this season. 1 win, 2 draws on the year. They currently lead Nice's Western Conference with 5 points, tied for first, of course, with Capo FC.
Dekelkainen. His ball went straight off the head of Joey Ciochetto. Ciochetto got it back with some speed. Now it's Estrada making some nice moves. A little bit of a mix-up with the LA Force defenders. Now Kodono cuts it back, fakes the cross, still has it. Perhaps one too many touches. Justin Jovel doing a nice job putting a stop to that move, finding Joel Quist, but there was a whistle. Foul will be a free kick for the LA Force. And you want to talk about players who do the dirty work. You know, we could talk about Justin Jovel a lot. He does exactly that. We don't see his name very much on the stat sheets, especially involving goals, but he gets the job done, and that's what you love to see that's what you love to see from your defensive midfielders.
Cal State Fullerton alum, Big West Conference. Yeah, he's done a lot of the dirty work for LA Force the last 2 seasons. He's mixing it up right there with Shinya Kodono. Got a little shove in the end from Shinya.
As the match goes on, things could get a little more chippy. A lot of time, a lot of soccer left to be played. The LA Force does have the 1-0 lead. Only goal of the match so far, coming early in the 2nd minute from Joel Quist, and what a beauty it was.
Big switch right there from Salazar.
And now Mohamed War plays it back. The shot taken by Cartagena. He obviously feels he could have done better.
Got a 5 yards of space all the way around him right there. Picked his head up. Good ball from War. Maybe could have taken another touch, line it up a little bit. He was my pick to be an X factor. He's looking for it. He's trying to find it.
Stratton able to find Estrada, and he was looking for Kodono, but if that's going to be their strategy for tonight, it's going to be very difficult. They're just sending the ball up the pitch, hoping that something will happen from their attackers. Irvine Zeta will have to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, the Route 1 very direct tactic may not suit this personnel setup for Irvine Zeta tonight. Shinya has a finite number of runs in him. He is 28.
Noah Egan finding Joey Ciochetto, had plenty of space. Now Estrada, it's Shinya Kodono on the outside. He's had plenty of opportunities tonight, and also
Well done by Shaibu.
did not much coming from that, but like you say, it's very good play from Ahmed Shaibu. Alex Colwell to Noah Egan. The center backs, of course, are staying disciplined. They definitely have not been rattled by that early goal. Nice work from Salceda, cutting it back. The cross looking for Cadono. Like I said earlier before, if that's that's something else to comment on involving Irvine's strategy. Those long crosses, they're looking for Cadono to come up with something in the air. It's going to be very tough with those taller center backs and taller wing backs of the LA Force.
Stratton's going to get a card here for holding up Queest. Queest had the breakaway, had beaten Stratton, nutmegged him even. Stratton wasn't having that.
Yeah, so Stratton getting himself in the book in the 37th minute. A free kick taken by Seth Torman, coming well off his line. Alex Colwell sending that one high into the air. Siochetto. Dekelkainen getting involved, looking for Justin Jovel. Jovel was able to bring it down, but looks like he was whistled perhaps for some contact right before. He doesn't agree with it. He does have to give the ball up. Looks like had some words for Edson Alvarado. Stratton to Estrada. Jovel feels he was fouled. Referee says play on. And that last touch looking for Cadono. Not able to time it very well. Goes out of bounds, will be a throw in for Irvine Zeta.
Temperature's just gone up a little bit on the field right now.
Taking the throw in, that was Klashevsky to Stratton, now Siochetto. Time, basically, for the last minutes of the first half. We see LA Force want to play more defensive. You know they want to hold on to that lead going into the halftime locker room.
Ahmed Shaibu winning that battle so far tonight against Shinya Cadono. Impressive so far that he's been able to win his individual battles in his debut.
He was put in the starting lineup to make a difference, and we are seeing that difference tonight. Noah Egan, his ball going straight to Garrett Hogbin. That last touch from Colwell, headed back to North. And Ray Stratton to Edson Alvarado. He's got Joel Queist on him. And that pass unable to connect with any of his teammates. So we are seeing both teams give the ball away different times. Estrada plays it to the outside to Salceda. Tried to get it back to Estrada. Broken up nicely with that touch. Getting in those passing lanes, of course. We've seen that a lot tonight from these LA Force players. Looks like Noah Egan will be taking this throw in. The referee said, hold on a moment. There's another ball on the pitch.
Can only play with one, right?
That's what they say. And that throw in looking for Christian Fernandez. He's got Garrett Hogbin on him. Going to be very difficult for him to win those 1v1 battles.
Picked his pocket.
I was about to say nice move by Stratton, but yes, exactly what Joel Queist just did. Was looking for Salazar. And Joel Queist, what a night he's been having. España. That's Josue España finding Joel Queist. Looking for some room. Found España. Can he get it back to Queist? But the flag already came up before that for offside. We have played 40 minutes in this match. LA Force with a 1-0 lead over Irvine Zeta. Ardith Takari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play from Long Beach, California. We're at Veterans Memorial Stadium. This is NISA soccer action. Nice work from Eric Villatoro. Finding Josue Cartagena, back to Villatoro. Looks like the ball, looks like it did go out of bounds on that far touch line.
Into touch is the correct terminology according to the laws of the game.
Off the head of Hogbin. Ball finds its way eventually back to Hogbin. Now Dekelkainen. Nice moves from Justin Jovel to Michael Salazar. Surrounded by white shirts.
Taking on the entire Zeta midfield.
And Cartagena that time looking for Muhammad War. Estrada unable to maintain possession. And it's these last minutes of the first half, always very crucial.
Composure is key.
And in previous NISA seasons, it seems like there was a time where goals really were scored very often in the final minutes of the first half. Will we see that again tonight? It's a good question. Greg Stratton. That's Klashevsky getting it back to Stratton. It looks like the LA Force have a player down behind the play. When I say from here, it appears to be Joel Queist.
Just a little slow getting to his feet.
And Joel Queist, of course, the goal scorer, previously did have a stint with Hartford Athletic. And comes off the pitch momentarily. If he were to have to be subbed out, I think that would be a big loss for the LA Force. But fortunately, it seems like he will be coming back on the pitch very shortly.
Scored a tremendous goal in the first 2 minutes. He's been electric tonight.
And that time it appeared as if Klashevsky was maybe looking for Christian Fernandez or Salceda. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication. Seth Torman ripping it up the field.
Joel Queist back on the floor again.
There definitely has been a decent amount of contact, but the officials are letting these guys play, and that, of course, is what we like to see. Now, this could have been an opportunity for the LA Force. Broken up. Cadono. Now the ball finds its way to the outside to Edson Alvarado, and he's got plenty of space. Will he send this one into the right place? Goes off the head of Dekelkainen. Not for a corner kick, though. Will be a throw-in for Irvine deep in LA Force territory as we get closer to stoppage time. Stratton. The volley from Ahmed Shaibu. That time it was Joey Ciochetto sending it into the penalty area.
Force have to stay composed right here.
There's bound to be a little bit of stoppage time. Noah Egan able to maintain possession. It's not going to be easy to keep holding on to keep holding onto the ball. Now it's Queist.
In a foot race.
And cuts it back, is looking for help. And he does find Villatoro. Nice job maintaining possession. Hogbin looking for Michael Salazar. Can he keep it in play? And he does. That was Queist who had it for a moment. Salazar. Now Villatoro.
We should see an indication of how much stoppage time here.
Queist unable to hold on to the ball. It's cleared. Not much coming on that clearance for Irvine Zeta. I think right now it does appear to be very obvious that LA Force just want this whistle to blow, go into the half with a 1-0 lead. Maybe play a long ball and hope something good comes of it. Mohamed War switching sides of the pitch. And got it to Josue España. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. So stoppage time should be over soon. It perhaps could have been a whistle for a foul. Mohamed War doing a nice job providing some help. The ball does get knocked out of bounds. Will be a throw in for the LA Force. Perhaps about 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Throw in to be taken by Ahmed Shaibu. And Joel Queist, basically I just want to look back at that, but what I just saw, Colwell with his hands all over Queist. He obviously knows how dangerous of a player he is.
We should see the halftime whistle here.
The referee does look at his watch.
Taking a moment to get the ball back here. There we go.
And there is the whistle. That is the end of the first half. Los Angeles Force with a 1-0 lead over Irvine Zeta FC. Only goal of the match so far coming in the second minute from Joel Queist. And what a beauty it was. Some people will say it was a cross, but we're going to say it was a beauty with his left foot.
He had eyes for goal the whole way, I think. It was a beauty of a goal. Snuck it inside that far post. We're going to get another look at it. Caught Zeta by surprise, caught Mitch North by surprise. And he was just aw shucks about it. Tried to jump, tried to touch it. Did he get fingertips to it? Oh, only he may know. But right now, what we know, LA Force up 1-0.
That ball was placed perfectly by Joel Queist, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half. This is NISA Soccer Action. Kynan finding Muhammad War. Now he's looking for Victor Blanco, but broken up nicely. Good defensive play from Alex Colwell. Noah Egan able to find Shinya Kadono. The good touch to Edson Alvarado. The flag comes up for offside.
Shinya came from an offside position.
And Garrett Hogbin takes a free kick. He's looking for Michael Salazar. Salazar was held up a bit. And Cartagena getting involved in the action as always. Salazar provides some help as well. Kynan with the pass. The good touch from Muhammad War. Now Ahmed Shaibu. Once again to Dex Kynan. Was looking for Muhammad War. Went off the foot of Greg Stratton out of bounds. Will be a throw in for the LA Force.
The Shaibu Hansen matchup could be very, very interesting here the last 20 minutes.
And that throw-in, possession given away, a counterattack opportunity for Irvine Zeta. Now this one sent into the penalty area, but just, you know, that's one of those balls where Irvine Zeta have got to just look at, those players got to look at each other and say that, you know, those cannot continue. Obviously very good news for the LA Force because that was a good opportunity. Plenty of speed on that counterattack.
Just a heavy touch, way over the head of Shinya Kadono. Too excited of a move. Torman with a big left-footed boot.
We're in the 72nd minute of play. LA Force leading 1-0 over Irvine Zeta. This is NISA Soccer Action, brought to you live by Gold Media. Ardith Takari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play. The only thing that separates these two teams is a goal scored by Joel Quist in the 2nd minute of play. And we're all just wondering, will we see another goal tonight? Of course, LA Force fans here hoping it'll be another goal from the LA Force. The Force has been strong tonight. Now we are going to see another substitution for LA. Will it be taking place now? Let's wait and see. It's not going to take place now. It'll obviously take place another time, but no, it will be taking place now.
Yeah, Joel Quist is walking off the field here, getting involved in the restart a little.
So the goal scorer's night is over. Joel Quist is off, and looks like he has been replaced by Dante Brigida.
Brigida will slot a little bit more into midfield, provide a little bit more cover there. Take away a forward for a midfielder.
Like you said, that definitely is one of those tactical changes, bringing on another midfielder. They still have that mindset of being ready to score, whether especially if it's on the counterattack. Counterattack or not, they got to be ready to score, that's for sure. And that ball cleared all the way back to Seth Torman. Was bouncing a little. Sometimes those are a little scary, especially if you have experience as a keeper. Ronaldo Pineda was looking for Brigida, but had he connected with that pass, pretty sure the flag would have come up for offside.
It's like Brigida has come in at the top left position, effectively replacing Joel Quist's spot, but I can see him in the last 10 certainly dropping back into midfield.
And Irvine Zeta trying to get something going. That was a good touch from Fernandez. Now Estrada. He's got to do something with it. Kadono almost able to take possession. Brought down from behind. No whistle. Was there some more contact? Now it's cleared. And it is Salazar. Can he take advantage of this 1v1 opportunity against Colwell? He's being brought down and held. The whistle is blown.
This will be a foul. And there's a discussion being had with the referee. Hey, what about what happened down there?
And that is definitely one of those difficult situations to be in as an official. And I'm pretty sure the Irvine Zeta bench has got to be furious. And yes,
they're about to get a card too.
And we are seeing it. You're right. A yellow card to the Irvine Zeta bench. So it will be a free kick for the LA Force. I mean, Salazar, let's be fair, Salazar was brought down by Colwell.
Yellow card issued to the coaching staff.
The referee asked Shinny Cadona to do a lot of work in the attacking third at the other end and did not reward him. Ball comes down the other way. Salazar, one touch, and he was tackled, right? He had an arm around him.
And here comes the free kick. Trying to place this one in the right place. And it's a goal, but hold on. The flag did come up for offside. It will not count.
It's the second time in 2 weeks we've seen a LA Force goal disallowed.
And of course, at the court, from what I saw, it appeared it might have been Salazar having another goal disallowed. He's probably wondering. I mean, of course, if it was him, I'm sure he must be wondering, what do I got to do to get my name on that score sheet?
He's got to stay on side, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone else can agree with that too. So there still is some action on that Irvine Zeta bench. I'm pretty sure another change will be made soon. They've got to make it soon. We are in the 77th minute. Now it's Noah Egan. A nice dummy opportunity. Nice dummy play, though, from Fernandez. Was unable to get something really positive out of that, though. But Irvine able to maintain possession nonetheless.
Now we see Brigida having dropped down into midfield.
And Irvine Zeta will try and do everything they can to find that equalizer. Of course, on the flip side, LA Force want to tighten up as much as possible. Look for them to try and park the bus a little bit as the minutes tick away. They would love to burn Irvine Zeta on a counterattack opportunity to make this game safe. And now Irvine Zeta able to take the ball away. We see a shot on goal. It's Estrada. Now to Ciochetto. Maybe a long-range shot. That's what we see. That one going just a little high and wide from Andrew Klishevsky.
Not really challenging. Seth Torman. Decent movement, though, from Zeta. It's a working opportunity. LA Force has to continue to step to that defensively.
And looks like we are seeing another change for Irvine Zeta. So Rafael Espinoza has come on.
Substitution in the 78-minute play for Irvine Zeta FC. Extra match, number 9, Christian Mejia.
So Christian Fernandez has come off, and he is replaced by Rafael Espinoza. So there's a second change of the night for Irvine Zeta. And Dennis, while we're at it, I can't help but bring this up. I mean, Irvine Zeta, the name Zeta is in there. Does this mean eventually, should we send out the message tonight that we need to see the return of the San Francisco Deltas?
It's interesting, yeah. The Greek alphabet. And it's many, many references, and not just sports, but pop culture as well.
It's something I had to bring up. I did bring it up. And like I said, this has been a very entertaining 405 derby. The best name for it, you got to love it. Now Estrada playing it to the outside.
Don't like the traffic on the 405, though.
I agree, and that was a cross from Hansen, last touch by Espinoza. Unable to get that one on target. And yes, you said it perfectly, of course. Doesn't matter if we are from Southern California. We do not nobody likes traffic. I mean, if you do, well, I'd like to hear the explanation why.
The Beach Boys have been singing about the traffic on the 405 since the 60s. It's not gotten any better.
I can't say I'm aware of that. I think what I know about the Beach Boys is pretty much surfing USA, and I think something about wishing they all could be California girls.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up.
We're in the 80th minute of the match. LA Force leading 1-0. Of course, you just got to assume these last minutes of the match will get more and more tense, more and more physical as well.
Irvine Zeta without a loss so far this season. This would be their first, and for LA Force, of course, last week's loss, 2-0 to Capo. This would right the ship and get the Force feeling pretty good about themselves on May the 4th.
And with the way things have been going, you know, in this region for this NISA season, you know, if LA Force is able to hold on for this victory, I mean, you talk about what Zeta has done, you talk about what Capo FC has done. I mean, it really would, you know, we're seeing it. We're going to see that there will be a dogfight for those two spots, you know, in the West.
Yeah, I think these top three teams are going to go Rochambeau all season long for, you know, points. It's going to be all the way down to the finish. I think it's safe to say that Arizona Monsoon probably isn't going to factor in too much into that final three. They'll have something to say, certainly, and another yellow card here.
And looks like that one might have been given, I want to say, to Cartagena.
Coming in late there, a little high, the studs up.
Now Espinoza, his pass broken up by Pineda, and that could have been an opportunity for a good break for Victor Blanco had he corrected his footing a little bit, but he is able to find Ronaldo Pineda. Now Ahmed Shaibu, sent high into the air by Dekel Kainen. Mohamed War. A good touch, good work by the men in black to maintain possession. Looking for Salazar that time, unable to connect. And here comes Irvine once again. Alvarado, that is a good ball. Now can this one connect with Shinya Kadono? He does have it, but did not have it for very long.
Didn't have very many options either.
Victor Blanco and a Dante Brigida. He's got plenty of space. What will he do with it? He was looking at Mohamed War. Now he does get him the ball.
Space is starting to spread out in between players here.
Now Victor Blanco getting it back to Mohamed War. Sends it high, centering it into the penalty area. Went off the head of Colwell. Espinoza dropping back to help as well. Whistle's blown. Looks like behind the play you have Joey Ciochetto limping a bit.
Helped out by Dekel Kainen.
You know, it's those class acts that you like to see in this sport. You just like to see in any sport, period.
Definitely a player's manager, a gentleman on and off the pitch. We like Dex a lot.
And to our surprise, it looks like there might have, I'm not sure, was there a quick change made? No, actually, there was not a quick change made, but Rafael Espinoza was just shown a yellow card. And Ciochetto is on the sideline. He's limping. I mean, you'd like to think that he's got to be replaced pretty quickly, and yes, that's exactly what is going to happen.
Wonder if we'll get any clarification on that card at all.
Of course, we're waiting for that announcement. But it also appears perhaps Zeta might be making even a double change. That long ball went to Ronaldo Lomelli.
Headed out for a corner kick here for Zeta.
And of course, set piece opportunity is always crucial. And will we see those changes made now? So Estrada is coming off.
Fans, while we have a minute, check out NISA's new streaming platform, NISA Plus, your home for the latest content, highlights, and live matches. It's all there, all the action in one place, only on NISA Plus.
So our corner kick be taken by Alvarado. Headed away, goes right back to Alvarado. Looking to cross it into the penalty area, did take a deflection. Pretty sure he has won another corner kick. Yes, he has.
It's a goal kick signaled by the referee.
Well, my mistake on that one.
Did look like it went off of Salazar's shoulder, though, perhaps. Yep, 2 subs for Zeta. Here in the final 5 plus stoppage.
Substitution also made by the Disney Irvine Zeta FC. Exiting match number 8, Sora. Entering the match number 28, Daniel Bonner.
So a couple more changes being made for Irvine Zeta. Now Shinya Kadono looking to cross it. Just did not have the space. Was going to be very hard to keep that ball in play. Good work from the right back, Ronaldo Lamelli.
Yeah, we're taking some magic there from Shinya. He's got it in him, but takes quite a bit from that angle.
So Daniel Baumgartner just came on for Zeta.
Makes me wonder where George Almeida is this evening. Scored twice last week. Been a massive addition to the front line for Zeta this season. Scoring U.S. Open Cup. Big Brazilian. Emerging star for Zeta.
And also Edgardo Artero also coming on for Irvine Zeta. So a free kick for Irvine. From here, probably be a little hard to whip this one into the right spot.
You're looking for this one to bounce off a couple of heads, land at somebody's feet.
And now here's a shot off that rebound. Goes over the bar. Dekelkainen did get his head on the ball, and it ended up becoming a goal-scoring opportunity.
That's tough to deal with if you're Seth Torman. Zero control over what's happening. Just have to wait and see and react. Fortunate that the ball goes over the bar there.
So Seth Torman to take the goal kick. Got to be careful, shouldn't take too much time. Get himself in the book for time wasting.
Yeah, this game's not quite like that at the moment, where the goalkeeper needs to take some extra seconds. I have to say the center back pairing of Dekelkainen and Garrett Hogman tonight has been effective. I was a little uncertain because they're both very much number 4s, classic center backs. They've paired well this evening.
And play to the outside, Lamelli. Finds Pineda to Hogbin. Now Dekelkainen. Can he connect with Michael Salazar? Nearly did, but it was going to be very tough for Salazar to hold the ball in possession. It's been a tough night for Salazar, but he's been doing his job. Basically, center backs, the back line of both teams have been very disciplined.
And Salazar, although he's not providing goals, he is providing solid defense, tracking back often to win balls back and play a supporting role. So even though he's not been on the score sheet yet this season, he has been making an impact.
And Mitch North quickly got that ball out. Not surprising, time is running out for Irvine Zeta. And for LA Force, they know more possession they hold, the better, and of course, and the discipline they keep playing. If they keep playing with their discipline that we've been seeing all night long, they're just going to keep getting closer and closer to getting those very valuable 3 points.
Are we already in the 90th minute?
We are indeed in the 90th minute, and we'll be waiting on that announcement of stoppage time shortly.
This game has flown by.
And from what we have been told, there will be a total of 4 minutes of added on time. This will be crucial. It'll be 4 long minutes for the LA Force.
Yeah, composure, absolutely key here in the final minutes for LA Force.
And for Irvine Zeta, they'll do everything they can to just try and do what they can to share the spoils. Hansen brought down. Wait, looks like it will be a free kick for Irvine. Ahmed Shaibu not agreeing with that call, but it will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta. So we are in the first minute of stoppage time. We are going to see another substitution for the LA Force. And I think it'll probably, from here, I want to say it may be Ivan Hernandez. Perhaps get another defender in. And looks like, yeah, they will be taking out Mohamed War.
Tactically speaking, that's the move. Bring in a big, strong center back to help you defend. Ivan was one of the best in the league last year.
Well, crucial free kick, though, for Irvine Zeta.
Force players have to stay with their mark.
And here it comes. That one high over the bar. Sigh of relief for the LA Force bench. So got 3 center backs in now. Clearly LA Force will be reverting to 5 players in the back. Not surprising.
Everybody behind the ball at this point. You have to find a way to defend these 3 points.
No,
You've earned them. You got to win them now.
absolutely no excuse now. No matter what happens, anything less than a victory, LA Force will view it as failure.
They will slow play at every opportunity as well.
Now Victor Blanco to Brigida. And Brigida will definitely be content in holding possession as long as possible and winning another throw-in. Yes, absolutely. Not going to be in a hurry to take this throw-in, of course. I would even say not going to be even in the mood to launch this ball into the penalty area. You're better off just playing it to one of your midfielders.
Playing into the corner.
That's exactly what they're doing. Did go off of Salazar. Salazar felt he was fouled. But it will be a throw-in instead for Irvine Zeta. Got a little under 90 seconds remaining. LA Force was defeated last week here at this very same venue, 2-0 by Capo FC.
It was their first loss in a regular season match since the 2022 season at home.
And that time was Hansen. It's chances like those that are not really going to bring much opportunity for Irvine Zeta. And we are in the last minute of stoppage time. And of course, Seth Torman would like to take his sweet time here.
Yeah, he'll absorb every extra second he can.
Headed high into the air. And that time headed by Dekel Kainen. These back and forth headers definitely will favor the LA Force. Now that one dribbled out of bounds by Klashevsky. I want to say fatigue might have something to do with that one. We got about 10 seconds left, Park, if our calculations are correct. Will the referee blow the whistle? Is he looking at his watch? Ball's back into play. Cartagena got a touch, probably whistled forward, having his cleat probably having his cleat a little high.
Studs are showing there. He's lucky not to get another card.
So a free kick for Irvine Zeta, definitely in their benefit here. But I would like to say, but of course, want to say definitely perhaps their last opportunity of the match. Mitch North instructing everyone to get forward. Floated high into the air, off the head of Hogbin. Lomelli, well, that time was Brigida watching it go out of bounds. Noah Egan launching this throw in into the penalty area, off the head of Kynan. Egan has to play it back. Finds its way to Mitch North. Kynan getting involved as well. Colwell now, of course, coming more forward. Hansen trying to maintain possession. Still Hansen. A nice ball play to the outside. Will this be the last opportunity? The cross. This one sent high into the air. Can Kodono keep it in play? No, it actually did go out of bounds. And there is the whistle. LA Force with a 1-0 victory over Irvine Zeta. Only goal of the match scored the second minute by Joel Queist.
And a delightful goal that it was. LA Force managed to hang on for the other 88 plus change to earn 3 points here against Zeta, who they drew against in the season opener. 1-0, just one goal here tonight. The rest was extremely difficult work, chasing tonight, and a high press from LA Force really kept Zeta on their toes. And here's the early goal. While it was still daylight, was it a cross? Was it a shot? Only Joel Queist knows. But it beat Mitch North, and it won the game for LA Force tonight.
It doesn't matter how this game went. I mean, when you look at this score and you think about how things went, it was one of those classic grind-out victories, a 1-0 victory, clean sheet. Everyone, of course, in a good mood. That's one of those hard-earned victories that you could just, you feel proud about. When you look back at this, this was a hard-earned victory. This is what LA Force needed after that 2-0 defeat last week against Capo FC. Huge win. They obviously feel great, saluting their fans as well.
And Joel Queist, a man of the match performance tonight. Not only did he score the goal, but he was electric on the ball many, many times this evening, putting Zeta on their heels defensively and really providing that attack up top that Force lacked last week. So he came to play tonight, Force came to play tonight, and they earned 3 points, and guess what? They're back in first place.
So once again, the final score from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Long Beach, California, LA Force 1, Irvine Zeta 0. For Dennis Pope, I'm Ardif Takari.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us for this NISA Soccer presentation brought to you by Gold Media.